He's going, sure. Put the bed in back, give me a kitchen, we can talk.
Well, now you got that Frigidaire, baby.
Already got the blender.
Got the ghetto makeshift shower and stuff.
Taking showers like when I was in Africa. Old showers. At least it was hot there.
I'm eating hot water.
You were bad, but still.
The most dreadful part of the training is the shower. We're on day 181, Osho first in the morning. First, start learning to move from the known toward the unknown, and your life will become a great excitement, a great joy, a great surprise. Every moment something new is happening, and then one day you take the ultimate risk. Move from the unknown to the unknowable. The difference is that the unknown will become known, and the unknowable will never become known. That unknowable is existence. But first learn to move from the known to the unknown. That is learning to swim in shallow water. And when you have learned to swim, go into the ocean with no fear, with absolute fearlessness, and then your life will know what ecstasy is. With the unknown, you will know excitement. With the unknowable, you will come to know ecstasy. I think I read that one. What's it one day?
Yesterday, I didn't want to say anything.
Okay.
Roll with it. Secret's going, this feels familiar. I thought you were reading it for them. So. I'm like, alright, cool, that's what you're doing. I didn't know you didn't think you really needed to live. Hey. I'm just stupid.
You didn't feel you got it the first time. You just didn't want to say nothing.
Thanks, Johnson. I appreciate that.
You ever listen to Shan's reflection yesterday?
Alright, we're skipping to 184. The most significant thing about bliss is that it is intrinsically a paradox, and because of its paradoxical nature, it has almost always been misunderstood. The paradox is that man needs to make great effort, and yet bliss does not happen because of the effort. It always happens as a gift of existence. But without effort, man never becomes capable of receiving the gift. Even though the gift is always available, man remains closed. So the whole human endeavor is not really the cause of attaining bliss. It cannot cause bliss, it can only remove the barriers. It is a negative process. It is as if you are living in a closed room. All the windows, all the doors are closed. The sun has risen, but you are in darkness. The sun cannot rise because of your efforts. Whatsoever you do cannot make the sun rise, but you can open your doors or keep them closed. That much depends on your effort. If you open the doors, the sun becomes available to you. Otherwise, it waits just on your doorstep without even knocking. You can live in darkness for eternity when all that was needed was to remove the barrier between you and the sun. One needs to be blissful for godliness to enter your being, because unless you are dancing and singing and celebrating, you are not ready for godliness. Godliness is celebration, godliness is a dance, godliness is a song. Godliness cannot happen to people who are sad and serious. Godliness cannot happen to miserable people. Misery makes people shrink, bliss makes them expand. Bliss makes them spacious, and godliness needs all the space. Only then can the ultimate sky enter you. You have to become almost as vast as the sky, and this is possible only in absolute blissfulness. A man of awareness knows that life is constantly changing. Life is change. There is only one thing permanent, and that is change. Everything else except change changes, to accept this nature of life, to accept this changing existence with all its seasons and moods. This constant flow which never stops for a single moment is to be blissful, and nobody can disturb your bliss. It is your hankering for permanency that creates troubles for you. You want to live a life with no change, and that is not possible. You are asking for the impossible. The child will become a young man, the young man will become old. The one who was alive yesterday will be dead today. If you accept all this change, this suchness of things, and you allow it to happen joyously, knowing that's how life is, then nobody can distract you from your bliss.
I'd like to speak on that.
Go ahead.
It talks about the only thing that doesn't change, the only thing being permanent is change. I mean, I wouldn't say we all, I think everybody knows that, they just refuse to accept it. But when we accept it, that's when, you know, things can work to our favor. Like when you know things are going to change. I tell some of my family members who are like really negative or they're in bad places, I'm like, dude, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, yeah, you know, okay, you're broke for the moment. I've been broke. You're not going to be broke forever. Like, things change, you know, and when change, you know, use that change whenever that happens to your advantage.
Everything changes, nothing remains the same even for 2 consecutive moments. Then the whole desire for keeping things as they are forever drops. And in that dropping you are free. Suddenly a great freedom is felt. You are no longer disturbed by anything. Nothing can disturb you. Things disturb you because you are hoping for something else, and it's not happening that way. Things frustrate you because you were expecting something else, and it has not happened the way you were expecting it. It is happening some other way. It is not fulfilling your desire. It is going its own way. It is not listening to you. In almost all the languages of the world, such proverbs exist. Man proposes and God disposes. That is sheer nonsense. The moment you propose something, you yourself are getting into trouble. Nobody is there to dispose it. But your very proposition creates trouble because life is unpredictable. One never knows what is going to happen, and it is beautiful that one never knows what is going to happen. That's the excitement and ecstasy of life, that it is a constant surprise. Life begins only when bliss enters your being, but for that you have to be vulnerable, open to the winds and the rain and the sun, open to existence. It needs guts to be open because it is dangerous. To live is dangerous. To die is very comfortable. In fact, there's no place more comfortable than the grave. No problems, no anxieties. One simply has gone to sleep forever. People live a death-like life, comfortable, convenient, but they miss the whole thrill, the adventure, the zest, the juice. Remember that the first and foremost thing for a man of intelligence is to seek and search for bliss. Once you are in contact with bliss, once you have tasted it, you are reborn. Then real life begins. Then you know what it is all about. 189. Only a blissful person can be of help to others. Only bliss can make you compassionate. Only bliss can create a beautiful energy in your life which can be of help to others, of service to others. Without bliss, you cannot serve anybody. You may think you are serving. You will be simply harming. You may think you are helping. You may be doing something else. A miserable person can only give misery to others. We can give only that which we have. It is not a question of good intentions. You may wish to help, but you may be doing something else. Unless there is a blissful energy inside you overflowing, you are bound to harm. This is a basic distinction that I want to make, because up to now, in the name of religion, many people have been serving humanity. They are themselves miserable, and they become great servants of humanity. They serve the poor, and they serve the crippled, and they serve the ill. They open hospitals and schools, and they do all kinds of things. They only create mischief. They don't help anybody at all. Their whole trip is an ego number. Parents think that they are helping their children, and they simply destroy. I'm not saying that they don't want to help. They want to help, but they are incapable of it. Their parents destroyed them, and now they are destroying their children. So misery continuously accumulates, becomes bigger and bigger. Hence I don't say to my sannyasins to be servants of humanity. I say to be meditators, dancers, rejoice, and the service will come. No need to talk about it. It comes of its own accord as a shadow. It follows you. And then it is a benediction. $190. People think that they fall in love because somebody is beautiful or something is beautiful. The truth is just the opposite. Sometimes something appears beautiful because you have fallen in love with it, not vice versa. It is love that makes everything beautiful. The moment you are in love with somebody or something, suddenly its beauty is revealed to you. It is only later on that the mind starts calculating, why did I fall in love? Retrospectively, it starts thinking. Of course, that is the way of the mind. So it comes to a wrong conclusion. It puts the horse behind the cart. It goes on saying, I love you because you are so beautiful. But the real thing is, you are so beautiful because I love you.
That's a game. I gotta use that. Use that when I want something. I don't love you because you're beautiful. Take notes. Like, he didn't give me nothing for my birthday, but he loves me. I get it.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
I say that right before I ask to borrow a car. Actually, that does make sense, though. Like, misery. How can you see beauty in anything?
Yeah, you can't really help people in that state of mind.
In fact, you're making it worse. That's not what you want before that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even with the martial arts, I mean, if you got somebody who's very competitive, ego, and prideful, and just like insecure about themselves, and they actually teach, and then now they teach everybody to be just like that too, It creates like massive problems.
Creates MMA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, speaking on that book. Oh, go ahead. No, I was talking about the Mike Tyson book. He had a huge ego, and that's like I said when you teach martial arts. Like somebody teaches you, like, all right, now you're like a champion at 20 years old. You get this huge ego and low self-esteem to go with it. Like you said, it just makes it even worse. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the only thing you are then at that point is you are the champion and you have nothing else.
right.
Right? There's nothing else. I mean, you don't believe there's anything else to do.
Low self-esteem, of course, you got some people that think I'm trying to understand the mindset. Some people, like you said, you're the champion, nothing else, but your self-esteem is so low, you don't even think you deserve that.
You guys want to do the one and only?